all came from Venus. I'm feeling way too hot-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got evil. Should've believed him, damn, you should've believed him. She took a dab of that, till she had cataracts.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, bring you the latest and trending topics, and I also vlog my life. So before we get into today's content, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. And please follow us on all our different social media platforms that is scrolling across the banner below. So today, you guys, number one, I want to give a shout out to YouTuber Neek at Night. She had some breaking footage last night. She had the recordings of Tory Lanez's jail call, also the webcam footage, and also the footage of the shots being fired out. So we're going to jump into it really quick on our lunchtime rundown. Hey, Royer, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to jump into it really quick. Let me just get this pulled up here. Not going to make you wait. Woo, I just came off of a really good panel. Please, you guys, please go over to Royer's World to subscribe. He's on the path to 1K subscriber. He is my YouTube brother, and he's doing great things, and I'm so proud of him. He just had his first live, and he did an awesome job. So please go over to my boy Royer's World and subscribe, and also Large Curve. She's on the path to 1K subscribers. So I like to shout out my YouTube family and share the love. All right, so let's jump into this footage. Here we go. Okay, so up first, we're gonna go into the body cam footage. All right, so shout out to the Shade Room and also Neek at Night. She broke this first. I like to give credit where credit is due. Here we go. Okay, so this is the body cam footage. That's from the body cam camera. So shout out to Neek at Night. She's the one that dropped this footage and broke this footage last night. And what you're hearing is Megan in the ambulance crying. All right. So for those of you who don't believe Tory did this, I don't know. Here's some more. So that's Meg there in the stretcher. She's clearly upset and traumatized. Hey, Robin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Feds. What's going on? Thank you all for joining. Hey, Upward and Onward. Thank you all for joining. And if you guys have any YouTube channels, please leave them in the chat so that everybody can go over to subscribe to your channels. I appreciate you all joining me. And we're getting into the body cam footage from the night of the papowing with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. And we also have the phone call, all right, that Tory made to Kelsey right after the incident. And these are the things that got him convicted, ultimately. Okay, here we go. And Amanda Seales, of course. Hold on.
Street TV.
I can hear you.
Well, open and shut case, Johnson. So if you're still saying that he didn't do it, you're delusional, delusional, delulu. You know what season it is? It's a Ruben Sutter kind of season.
Amanda Seales is a clown all the time, but hold on. I think I have the full recording. They are crazy. Amanda Seales is nuts, but she's right. If you still don't think he did it, you're delusional. I mean, to me, it sounds like a confession. And shout out to America's dumbest criminals. I mean, because how could you not know that a jailhouse phone is recorded and they're going to be able to use that against you in a court of law? So Tory Lanez got his own self convicted, if you ask me. But here we go. I have it. We're going to get into it.
Call from
Tory?
an inmate at LAPD jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello?
Hey.
Y'all got out season 18.
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street
I
TV.
said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. Feeder, something like that. Feeder.
Yo, bro.
This is a free call from
Tory?
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so, whatever,
Yeah.
bro. But, you know, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right. And that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But in this day, like,
sure.
regardless, I know she pregnant. What happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
You're listening to Street TV.
I think it was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like 5 shots, like, off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't even there with niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, no, I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
it's like, you know, but tell me what What hospital she's in?
You're listening to Street TV.
I just told you. Cedar Medical.
Listen, nigga, bro. You get a chance, bro. Just figure out what you got to do to bail me out this shit.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sorry again, bro. Like,
I think honestly, I think we're gonna try to because obviously, like, the longer you're in this, the more hot it's gonna get. Because you know it's already on. Like, there's no names released yet, but the report is already out. You know.
but like,
so
out is what? What you mean out?
it's on some app. You know, Megan's team is on top of this. So,
Yeah, but like, niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the thing.
What'd you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the
You're
thing.
listening to Street TV.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her. But no, listen, nigga. Alright, it is what it is. Regardless if I get out of here today or not, bro, I just wanna let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did that shit if I wasn't that drunk, bro. Like, you feel me?
Spoken like a true narcissist, okay? There you have it. This is what got Tory convicted. Now, I dropped the link for my Naughty crew if y'all want to come up here and sound off, you know, because if you were confused, you shouldn't be confused. Again, shout out to Neek at Night. She is the one that dropped this footage exclusively last night. So I wanted to share it with my Naughty crew. And the other day when we were live, we went through the jurors' perspective and what they based their conviction on. And they said it was the text messages and the phone call. And he sounds guilty. He sounds guilty. What are you apologizing for? Kelsey sounded annoyed that he was even on her phone. I don't know, Naughty Crew. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, or you could come up on the live stream. But, you know, here it is. And then you saw the body cam footage of Megan Thee Stallion crying on the stretcher. So for all of you people out there that's defending Tory and saying it's Rock Nation's fault, ain't nobody fault but that man, because he can't handle his liquor. Bottom line, he cannot handle his liquor. Period. And he started doing, he does wild things when he's drunk. And people kill me. Oh, they gave me like 5 shots from the door. I mean, just because somebody's giving you those shots, that don't mean you have to take them. You have to know your body's tolerance. Period. But he just sounds like he's on an apology tour, if you ask me. And I feel like Tory got himself evicted. He put his foot in his own mouth because everybody knows that the phone calls from jail are recorded, Tory. So why would you even run your mouth this much? I don't know. Is that what they do in Canada when they get locked up? They make phone calls to the victims and incriminate themselves? Let me know. Anybody from Canada in my chat, let me know. Yeah. So I wanted to bring that to my Naughty crew, see what y'all thought. I do have a couple more stories that we could go through. We have a little bit of time. Okay. Andrew Tate was reportedly arrested for human trafficking. Shout out to World Star for dropping this footage. So, according to reports, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate have reportedly been arrested by Romanian authorities on human trafficking allegations. Footage circulating on social media shows Tate and his brother being escorted out of a building by Romanian police and handcuffs. We will update you as soon as we have progress. You know, the reason why I wanted to do this story, Naughty Crew, because there's going to be a lot of predators exposed, I believe, in 2023, and we are going to be here for it. It is no longer going to be tolerated with people trafficking humans around the world. As we all know, this practice has been in practice for centuries, okay? This goes back to slavery. But I wanted to bring attention to it, and I will be following this case. I thought it was quite interesting, and I want to see how they're treated over in Romania. Oh, want to find you guys a feel-good story. Check this out. This is Don't Call Me White Girl. She always has an interesting twist and perspective on the things that she says.
You women sit on social media, you sit around.
Do you agree? There's a lot of women that are con artists, okay? And the reason why this rung bells with me, because I know someone, okay, that is sitting in prison right now, because her and her brother would set up Johns. Like, they would set the Johns up, and he would rob them. So the last John that they did, ultimately, he ended up losing his life. So she ended up getting sentenced to 30 years. There's a lot of females behind a lot of the unalivings in the hood, believe it or not. Believe it or not, because what they do is they go to the next man and pillow talk him and say, "Oh, he's so abusive. I'm so scared." Okay, so then he go to defend the man's honor or his girl's honor, and now he beefing with this dude over P. All right, that's what they used to say about the Jay-Z and Nas beef. It was over a girl. Egos. Hey, Fez. Yep. She said, I agree. Yes, it's a lot of women that's behind the unaliving of a lot of people because they just be running their mouths. And a woman scorned is dangerous, guys. A woman scorned is dangerous. Just remember, I told you. But I agree with her. Follow Don't Call Me White Girl. She's on Break Beats podcast, and I love it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I got one portion of the Tory Lanez, and I'm sorry I gotta go back. But the one with the papowings. Here we go.
Oh, there was an expert who was a gun expert, and he basically testified that it's impossible for the gun to go off in a struggle. This was a special gun that you needed 8.5 pounds of pressure to shoot it. Now, in the audio, you will see how, back to back the shots were, which eliminates the idea of this struggle for the gun and, this idea that was pushed out. Now, this is exclusive from us. A lot of people was wondering, like, in the gunshot audio, why didn't I hear Kelsey and Megan and them like arguing? It's because the audio was taken from somebody's ring inside their home. So let me pull it up on the screen. So there was an expert who was a gun expert, and he basically tested.
So again, shout out to Neek at night. She did that, and she was on the ground at the trial every single day. She broke the verdict first. We had a live during that Naughty Crew. She caught the initial footage of the father coming out blaming Rock Nation and having a whole meltdown. Okay, so she did that, and I like to give credit where credit's due. So not only did she have the gunshot footage, she also had the initial body cam footage from the police officers when Meg was in the ambulance. Okay, and then you got the phone call at the jailhouse that Tory made to Kelsey, and based on these three things, this is what the jury based their verdict off of. So for anybody who's out there that still believes that this man is innocent, whew, God bless your soul, bless your heart, okay? He has been a menace. Hey, Diva. Make sure y'all go over to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and subscribe. She's part of my YouTube family as well. Okay, so he has been running amok for a while. He has been attacking people. Prince from down in Miami, August Alsina, he's been running amok in America. Okay, and quite frankly, I feel like Tory burned his own bridges and made his own bed, and now he has to lay in it. Okay, and now we get rid of the menace out of America, because once he's done doing his time, he is going to be shipped back to Canada where he belongs. All right, Naughty Crew. So I wanted to present all the evidence to you guys so that you could come up with your own opinion. All right, make your own educated guess. But to me, now I understand the jury's perspective, because I was quite surprised at the verdict. I was, and I didn't feel like the prosecution really proved the case. But then I thought about where I was getting my information for. Your source is everything, you guys. You know, we're going based off of people sitting in the courtroom and they're giving their perspective, not necessarily all the facts or whatever. So I am happy Neat brought this information to us, because I feel solidified. Now I can honestly say, Tory, you did it. You did it. And I feel bad for Megan, because she has been called a liar in the process. She has been dragged. Her sexuality has been dragged, which none of had anything to do with the simple fact of who propelled Megan. That was the only question that needed to be answered. But the manosphere and the hip-hop culture, they going to stick together, the men. They going to stick together and drag the women. The only time they want to show their unity with women is when they're trying to get that bread and butter, and they need that woman for clout. Oh, so Robin, thank you for your comment. She said, I didn't follow the case closely, but I always believed in my gut that he was guilty. I also was dubious about all of the hate that Megan experienced. Exactly. Like, why is it? We know why it is. Because they just want her to be quiet. But Megan would have remained quiet. Tory was the one dragging it in the mud, making albums, putting lies out there, talking about he rejected her for her friend and things like that, and trying to cause beef. And you know what? I hope Kelsey and her can forgive each other, because they were friends ultimately. And they let this little troll come in between them. Yes, Robin. The big question is why? Why did so many males, not men, campaign against Megan? Because it's that culture, it's the hip hop culture, the manosphere. They protect each other. The women are just collateral damage in their eyes. And also, I think it's jealousy, because women are winning in hip hop, okay? Women are winning. Yes, Robin. And her funky Dineva voice. He in jail. He gonna stay in jail. Exactly. Exactly. You know, he has the right to appeal, but I doubt if he wins. Oh, yeah, Feds. Kelsey is on Tory's side. Yeah, because why did she recant? I get it. I'm old school too, Robin. And see, I came up watching Run DMC, LL Cool J. Whew. I just seen hip hop evolve through the years, and now I could barely understand it, to be quite honest. You know, back in the day, hip hop had meaning, had purpose. It used to have a message. Now it's just like I only know the hook of the song. I don't know what else you're saying. Yes, Robin. I came from the days and the place as DJ D Nice, who lived in the Bronx by the D and the Fort. Exactly. And I also came from that era too. Beatboxing and everything, okay? Where you made your beats with your mouth. Yes, the Funky 4 Plus and one more. Exactly. Exactly. And I think Tory's ego was bruised. I think Megan insulted him, and that's why he went to the weapon. He's a wild boy at the end of the day, and if you do not believe him at this point, you're just fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. So these are the stories I wanted to present to my Naughty crew. The main thing was I wanted to get into the Tory Lanez extra footage to see what my Naughty crew think, because not everybody follows the case closely, you know. Hey, Sin, welcome, welcome, welcome. But yes, it's self-destruction. It's the last days. Let's just face it. It is self-destruction. And the young people, they do not have value on life and family and loyalty anymore. And that's what I think is ruining our younger culture and social media. You add that into it. But definitely, Sin, it's self-destruction. It's self-destruction. So we got into the gunshot wounds, the gunshots that rained off the night of the incident. Also, we got into the footage of the body cam of Megan in the ambulance. That's her. You hear her crying in the background. All right. So this is what the jury based their evidence off of. Not so much of the testimony. And like that juror expert said, it wasn't so much. It wasn't that testimony wasn't important. The jury just went based off of facts. Okay. And I like to leave you guys with a little bit of inspiration. Usually when I close out, here we go. Yes, he does, Robin. He does. He is a mumbler. He's a mumbler. He has quite a few songs. I mean, one of his songs is called "Say It," and he sampled Brownstone's song "Say It" onto it, and he kind of, I guess, I don't even want to call it rapping, but mumbled over that beat. Self-destruction. This was a famous rap song back in the day. It was. It was. All right, so I have some words of wisdom from Ice Cube, my boy Ice Cube. And in me taking this entrepreneur journey, I always look for motivational verbiage to reassure myself, because the entrepreneur journey can be very difficult, and it's so many like low points at time where you just feel like you want to give up. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Keeping Up with Kim. Yes, you are old school, Robin. I love it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for joining. Okay. So I found some words of inspiration for all you people who inspire to work for yourselves and start your own business. If you have an idea, run with it. Okay. Put the battery in your own back. But in the words of Ice,
you ain't ready to put 5 years of grind into anything without making a quarter. Right. Don't even start. Sometimes it takes that long to get over the hump. A lot of people want checks, but bosses cut checks. We want the money, but we also got to use the money to make the money. So it's really about having that mentality that you're ready to work. The reward comes when you get down and you get on your grind. Do not complain about what you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. You ain't ready to put 5 years of grind into.
this is facts. Okay, so when you make the decision, because I'm a big, hey Aaron, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I just got into some words of wisdom from Ice Cube, okay, about becoming an entrepreneur. And it could take years to develop your brand and your business and things like that. I'm just here to give you guys words of encouragement. I'm a true testament to that. Ooh, sorry. I've been working with my company for 16 years, and I just reached a point where I was like bored. And it's just like, I'm about to be an empty nester. What am I going to do with my life now? I've mastered this corporate monster. Okay. And I love head wraps. I love wearing head wraps. That's my look or whatever. And so I decided to start my own head wrap line, Naughty Love Movement. Okay. And it took me some years to develop, but I knew I wanted it and I fought for it. And I just took my time at my own pace and I built this brand. And YouTube was the last piece of it, you guys, because I just wanted to create a platform where I could share my gifts with the world, where I could promote under other people wanting to start their own channel or start their own businesses and things like that. But what Ice Cube says is true. If you're not willing to go without for at least 5 years, don't get into it, because that's how it is in the beginning. You're not really making money in the beginning, but you have to be committed to your vision. All right. And as long as you keep pushing that vision, it will come to fruition. And eventually you'll be able to monetize off of it and enjoy the future of your labor. So I wanted to present this to my naughty crew. Everyone's having a good time in it. Comments. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I love that you guys are interacting in the comments. I love it. Yes, this is a great group. Keeping Up with Kim. It's nothing but love, positivity, and motivation over here. And I'm the main one preaching, like preserving your energy, warding off the negative vibes. And I really have found my YouTube family, and I appreciate all of you guys supporting me. I really, really do, from the bottom of my heart. You know, I'm learning as I go along. I only been doing this since October, but I just only recently started going live because my man just kicked me out the nest, like, it's time for you to go live. You got this. So I appreciate everybody being patient with me. I really, really do. Oop, we got somebody joining. Hey, Curves.
Hey, Naughty, what's good, Naughty crew? You know, I just heard what you said, and I wanted to come up and say, we love you. And thank you for, you know, wanting us all to reach out for our dreams and telling us that about the challenges. It does take a minute to get your dreams up and going, but the point is to go after them and do it. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for providing this space. We love seeing your growth, your journey, your evolution, you making a positive ripple in this YouTube sphere. You know what I'm saying? And the way that you keep it real and your POV is always an addition of positivity and truth. So we appreciate your authenticity and just thank you for being you and allowing us to be us when we come through.
I love my melanated sister. Now, Curves is my West Coast sister, y'all, okay? And she just doesn't even know how important she is to me, okay?
No way.
She always shares so much information with me because I'm a one-man show. I don't have a research team and anything like that. And she's always willing to share. And she always welcomes me on her platform. And we always respect everyone's point of view. So I just love the YouTube family we have created. And Curves was one of the first people on my lives when I was a hot mess.
Yeah. We have so much fun. And we were just talking on Roy Ayers' channel too. And like this YouTube family that we're creating is a miracle. It's a miracle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Erin D, she's part of our YouTube family. So many people. You got my eyelids sweating, so I'm gonna put the camera back off. But yeah, I get emotional. Like I get a physical reaction to the amount of love and positive energy I get from my YouTube family. So thank you, you guys. And yeah, make sure you're smashing the buttons over here. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed to Naughty because she's having her dreams happen. You guys help with that. Oh yeah. And the reason I share is because you guys, there's enough to go around. There's more than enough to go around. There's enough room for us all to have more than our tiny human minds can comprehend. So let's keep that in mind when we lift the next person. It's not going to be lonely when I get to the top because I'm taking as many people as I can with me. All right.
And that's what it's all about. Point blank, period, curves. There is enough for all of us to go around. You don't have to be into the beef and everything like that. That's one thing I try to stay away from, the YouTube beef. You know what I mean? I come on people's panels and platforms. I state what my point of view is, but I also make sure I participate and respect everyone's platform. That's a part of it too. But there's enough information out here in this world for all of us to divvy up and talk about.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Thanks for the sub. Right
Yes,
on, right
please
on.
make sure you guys go over to Large Curves and sub to her channel. She's on a path to 1K. She's probably already there and doesn't even realize it. Curves doesn't pay attention to the numbers, and that's how you know she's in it for the right reasons. Okay.
Yeah. Like I got to stop watching the numbers. I get a little like OCD, you guys.
No. I've had moments like that where I said, you know what? I'm not going to look at it for a week.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, me too. Me too. And you're right, Naughty. We need to stay away from any YouTube beefs but we resonate towards what we are. So I don't feel like that's like in our energy per se.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you get what you give.
And at the end of the day, everybody has an opinion. They have a right to that opinion, and we can respectfully disagree. Okay. I mean, I like hearing and having open conversation because I love to learn. That's just me. And I love to hear other people's point of views because you might change my perspective on something. I may be looking at things through the wrong lens. So I like to be open to hearing other people's point of view. I love it.
It's excellent. Most excellent.
Exactly. Yes. Cam said, keeping up with Cam said, same, me too. I had to stop looking. Exactly. Yeah. Don't focus on the numbers. Focus on the quality of your content. And your content doesn't even have to be super perfect. Just have good conversation.
Yeah. As long as you're being like authentic to yourself, I feel like that's the best advice we can give is be authentic to yourself and what your message is, you know?
Exactly. Yes. And shout out to the gray hair diva. Please help her to get over the 20K mark. She's
right
on. Yeah. That's my East Coast sister. See, I'm creating my whole virtual family and I love it. I love creating my virtual family because you know what? In this family, I have a choice.
That's right. That's right. We get to choose our dysfunction over here. It's not forced on us. We get to pick and choose who we are interacting with. And that's part of the miracle of this. Like they always say, everybody says it's not the family you're born into, it's the family you create, right?
Exactly. And look, once you become grown, you could create your own nuclear family. So definitely. I am here for it. And trust me, I was nervous and scared to get on panels and everything, but I had to face my fear if I wanted to do this, right? So,
yeah. And you're good at it. Your POV is excellent. Love it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Curve. So what do you think about the footage being leaked of the papowing and the ambulance ride and the actual jailhouse call?
That's exactly what I thought it had happened. Exactly how I thought it had happened.
Exactly.
I didn't even need those tapes. I didn't even need the tapes to think that. But now I'm glad we have the tapes so people can get off my girl's back. She was already a victim in this. And I hated that people were persecuting her for being a victim in all of this. So I hope these tapes make the people STFU and understand that she was truly hurt, truly a victim. He did it, or why was he apologizing? And Kelsey was complicit too, but they didn't want her. They wanted him because of that freaking message he did on. And before he said those words, Naughty, it said, you're going to get recorded. And he said those words anyway. So whatever, he did it. And now we can all calm down, hopefully. And shout out to Nick at Night for coming through, right?
Yes, she came through with the receipts and she was on the ground, honey. Okay.
Yeah.
When the verdict first hit, she went running out that courtroom and I caught her live. So I was able to bring it to the Knotty crew. So I appreciate her for that. I always like to give credit where credit is due. She was on the ground grinding and she got it done. And and now all the bigger, like the Shade Room, they're taking footage from her channel.
Yes. Yes. Everybody is.
I
It
hope
even
they're
was on the
giving her
news.
credit.
Yeah. So I just feel like it shouldn't have even taken us to hear that for us to consider that something had happened to her by him.
And I just don't like that they tried to continue the narrative like he was set up and he was hoodwink and it's Rock Nation's fault. Like Rock Nation was not involved with that night at all.
Yeah, that was so far-fetched. I mean, I got tinfoil on the ready, but I wasn't even picking up that signal, you guys. I was not picking up that signal.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree with Curves. Okay, let's see.
I hope that Megan gets to have some healing now. And I mentioned before that the trauma that her and Kelsey must both be mentally having to resolve by being abused in such a harsh, disgusting way by this man who had penetrated them. That is like, can you like imagine how duped they both must feel? The second guessing that's going to go into their next relationships and whether, you know what I mean? And all the baggage that they're going to have moving forward. This is recent adult trauma. This isn't even baggage. These aren't Louis Vuittons from when they were 7 and got, essayed by a relative or something. This is like right now, you got to process this on top of all your other stuff and keep it moving forward, ladies. So I really hope that they have an opportunity, both of them, specifically Megan, because she was actually injured in all of this, more so like, with bullets and stuff. But they were both dragged by that man. He beat them both about the head. He disrespected them on a public street, had them laid out on the street. These women he penetrated. And then the way in that jailhouse apology, was he talking like that because he was in jail trying to keep it hard? Or does he really refer to girls as bro and innas, because that could be half his problem? He might just hate women if you can't even call him the right thing.
I felt like he was fishing for information. He wanted to see what Kelsey knew, if there were any police involved and things like that. I think
the police were involved, dude. You're in jail.
Yeah, he wanted to see what was said. He was probing her. Oh, thank you, Robin. All of Tory's behavior was evidence of his conscience of guilt. I feel the same way. That's why he kept attacking people. And I also feel like the way he behaves is just like his father. That's the way his father behaves. No accountability.
Right. Wasn't there a little girl that came out and screamed something about, you guys are putting this on my brother?
Yeah, you're ruining my brother's reputation. That's what he said. You're ruining my brother's reputation.
They need to teach that little girl the right thing, because now the tapes are out, darling. And yeah, your brother ruined his own reputation. Rethink.
Exactly. Keeping up with Cam says, I'm glad Megan is taking a social media break because people are evil. They are, but it also is a testament of how men in hip hop protect and cover each other. They do not protect women.
Well, the patriarchy is designed just like white supremacy to protect itself.
Exactly. And here's Robin's thoughts. I wonder if the outcome of the trial will change Meg's focus and accelerate her plans to provide healthcare services in her community. I wonder if it would change things for her, because quite honestly, it would make me not want to do music anymore in the industry after being treated like that.
Yeah, it would change my mind too. But I've been seeing like there's this thing happening too, where a lot of rappers are like, oh, I'm done rapping, man, because the RICO charge is coming up, or because it's just so negative, you know what I mean? And in Jamaica, don't they just pass a law that if a song comes out about, glorifying gun use or whatever, that it's gonna, they ban that type of music in Jamaica. The booyaka place. They banned it. So I hope other people can like just reassess what they feel like is entertainment when they're pushing it to the masses. I think
It's true. And I've been guilty of bopping my head to the wrong thing. And then I listen to the words like, well, what am I bopping my head?
Right. Oh my gosh, that's happened to me too. I'm like, wait. Or my son will be listening to something. And I'm like, hey, I'm getting ready to make a TikTok or an Instagram too. And then I'm like, what did the song say? Oh, never mind. You know what I mean?
Let me get into some of these comments. So Smooth Art, thank you for joining. He says no accountability when you pay everybody's bills. Exactly. And that's what I think that's what the father was mainly mad about. The bag is going to stop. So you should I hope you saved your pennies, Tory. Robin says the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. It just lands on the ground with no way up or out. I agree.
Apples and trees.
Mm-hmm. Oh, keep it up with Cam says, yes, it's disgusting, especially Joe Buttons and his antics. Exactly.
I feel like Joe Budden at this point is revealing himself to be a woman hater too. Like he's just anti-female at times.
I think he's gay.
I thought I heard him that he had come out, but that's still no reason to hate and be nasty. Just don't do you. Don't hate us.
And I think it has to do, like, although he shows that openly displays that he loves his mother, his mom was an addict when he was growing up. So there's probably some resentment there.
Oh, him and Scrappy have that in common, huh?
Mm-hmm. And Scrappy finally revealed his face to Mama D, and I felt like about time.
Right? I bet he's gonna do so much better now that he did that.
It's so many men that are coddled by their mothers, and that's why they act out like this towards women.
Right.
Jim Jones is another one. Mm-hmm. His mama, she won't say it out loud, but his mother is an ex-addict.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, she has the look, you could tell in her face, but she too, she holds on to her son like that's her man. Like, go get you a man to take care of you outside of your child. You raised them already.
Right.
And you done damaged him so much that he is now in a 30-year situationship with Chrissy, which I'm just like, why are y'all still together? What's the point?
But at least Chrissy had the presence of mind to be like, I'm getting off this ride. And she doesn't want to marry his ass again.
Well, she moved to Miami. She started her own businesses and she started doing her own thing. But I'm just saying, why are we still pretending like this is a relationship? Y'all come back together whenever it's a reality show happening.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but y'all live separate lives.
Totally separate.
They're still 20 years later having the same conversation from the first season of Love and Hip Hop New York.
That is sad. That's a little sad, you guys. 20 years later, the same conversation.
Stagnant like that, get out of it.
Oh my gosh. 20 years later, the same? Oh.
Yes, Robin, a lot. He is. If you go listen to his podcast, you know, Little Fizz OnlyFans just leaked with his hairy bosom, you know, the bottom.
Oh yeah, he said he would have broke this. He would have broke
them. He would have had fizz coming out of Fizz. Who says that?
That's disgusting.
Who says that? But in this day and age, own it. Just own it.
Just own it. Yeah.
Anymore.
But don't.
If that's what you like, that's what you like.
But don't be a predator, though.
Exactly. Hey, everybody. I appreciate everybody joining. We just did a little review of the evidence. And the reason why I wanted to give a review of the evidence, because I gave a recap the other day regarding what the jury based their verdict off of when it came to the Tory Lanez case. And for the most part, they based it off of the body cam footage, also the text messages, and the phone call that he made to Kelsey from the jail. All right. And we come to the conclusion he is absolutely guilty. He's right where he needs to be. So if after all of this is released and you still believe that he has not done it, I'm going to say, look up your EAP at your company and sign up for a therapist. And we're going to leave it at that. We're get 10 free visits. They done upped it from 5 to 10 free visits a year. That's practically 1 visit per month. All right.
Right. That is hilarious. Yes, please
Use
go
your
seek help.
benefits. Use your benefits, people. Use your benefits. But I think the highlight of it all, hopefully Megan can get a break now and people can back off and stop
Yeah.
defending Tory. I mean, he's not even a citizen, you guys. All right? He's not even a citizen
That part.
of America.
That part. He's not even a freaking citizen.
So why are we defending him so much? He hasn't contributed to the music industry that much where it could be like, oh my God, he's so great. It couldn't be him. Yeah, no. It's him. So that's all I have, Naughty Crew Curves. Thank you for joining me on the panel. I appreciate everyone in the chat. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and bell button. Please go over to Large Curves and subscribe to our channel. Also, my little brother, Royer's World, please go over. He's on the path to 1K subscribers, so we got to help our brother come up, okay?
Definitely, definitely. Subscribe, smash the buttons, leave a comment. Oh, yeah. And whenever you guys subscribe to anybody in these YouTube streets, click the bell and put all, or else you won't get notified.
Mm-hmm. Please make sure y'all hit that bell button. I'm loving the comments, you guys. I'm going to be responding to all of you guys. Thank you so much. It's time for me to go back and punch in on the plantation. Okay. I love you too, Bing.
Oh, well, I'm going to let you go. I don't want Massa getting upset.
I might get whooping. 3 lashes. I know.
We's having too much fun.
I know. We got to do it again. So I'm going to look for everybody's panels. I'm going to see y'all at some point in the weekend to wish everybody a happy
New Year.
New Year. And I love all of you guys.
Right on. We love you too, Naughty. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. So that's all I have for you, Naughty Crew. I hope you enjoyed this show. It was great conversation. I appreciate you all. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. 1.